Hi everybody, it's Elaine here for Elaine Does Reiki, dropping by today to say hi, to give you an update on Winston, our little rescue puppy. Winston, pop in and say hello. There he is. Give you an update on Winston. I'll tell you his story briefly in just a second. We're going to give everybody a minute or two to see if they can jump on and join us live. So if you're, yeah, we love our kisses. If you're joining me on the replay, just give me a minute or two. I always try to give a minute or two for everybody to get the message that I've gone live. So don't hesitate to say hi. Don't hesitate to press the thumbs up button or the little hearts button. Drop a comment below if you have any questions after today's topic. You can put those in below too. Hi Kirsty, thanks for joining me. Anybody else who joins, please don't hesitate to say hi, because I say hi back to everybody who watches live streams. Say hi to Kirsty. Winston, say hi. Hello. Winston loves to give kisses. We're going to put him down for a second, and I will give you an update on Winston. First of all, for those of you who may be catching me for the first time, my name is Elaine, and I am an animal Reiki practitioner and an animal Reiki teacher, an animal communicator, and an animal intuitive. And today I'll tell you a little bit how those all blend together. Excuse me, got a little frog in my throat. So I'm coming to you live from the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Hi Kirsty. Kirsty loves Winston. Winston is such a doll. I'll tell you his story in just a second for those who don't know. In the meantime, I'm just going to give everybody a little peek outside. I am coming to you live from my RV. I'm a full-time RVer. I live in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, but I travel around the country practicing animal Reiki, teaching animal Reiki, and helping others understand how important it is to communicate with the animals that share our planet. So let me tell you, first of all, I'll give you a little background about Winston. Winston is a rescue pup. Winston found me. So I live at the top of a small mountain in the foothills of the Rockies. I live out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. There are a couple homes nearby, but I know them. There are all of our neighbors. We have several acres, and we're all at the top of a very closed neighborhood at the top of the mountain. Not many people live up here. So one day when I walked outside, it was in June, I walked outside, and on the little stoop of our RV was Winston. And he weighed about 15 pounds. He was covered in dirt. He was very scraggly. He was not wearing a collar. He was not microchipped. I attempted to find his owners. We posted in every possible website you can post onto. We went to all of the local veterinarians, obviously checked in with all my neighbors. But for him to actually get here would have been, I just don't know how he could have gotten to where he got. So anyhow, I took him to the vet, and the veterinarian said he's very sick. He might not make it through the night. That's how sick he was. He has a grade 6 heart murmur. He is in heart failure. And if you just want to make him comfortable, that will help get him through the night. And so that's what I did. And we brought him into our home. I brought him into our home. My husband was away. I brought him into the home. I just showed him love. I shared Reiki with him, and he is thriving, as you can see. He's just doing fantastic. We never were able to find his owners. The vet suspected that he was abandoned because of his health issues. My veterinarian, who has been amazing, I can't even express the gratitude I have for my veterinarian, who offered all of his vet care at no charge. Provided he needs medication, provided me all his medication at cost. It has just been an amazing experience to rescue this dog. One of Winston's issues, other than he has congestive heart failure, he has a serious heart murmur, he is also 100% deaf. He cannot hear a thing, although I swear he knows the word cookie. He can't hear a thing, and he and I have learned a way to communicate with each other. So let me tell you a little bit about that. People often ask, because I'm a Reiki practitioner and a Reiki teacher, they ask, what is the difference between animal Reiki and animal communication? And honestly, you can talk to 100 people and get 100 different answers. For me, it's very blended. They are very unified. Reiki is a meditation-based practice. And I know as soon as I say the word meditation, people, like, the eyes glaze over. It's just a practice where I quiet my mind and I open a space for the animal just to let them know I'm here for them, I'm aware of them, I'm conscious of their needs, and I communicate that to them. Animal communication, interspecies communication is essentially what that's known as. Interspecies communication is a whole combination of things. It's looking at body language, It is being aware of your pet, understanding what, and not just pet, but we'll focus on pet for the moment. It's understanding what is a usual habit for them, what is an unusual habit for them. They can read my body language as much as I can read theirs. I consider it an awareness, a partnership. Yeah, I guess those are really the two best words, an awareness and a partnership. And we'll talk about the Reiki in a minute, and about how I actually practice Reiki with animals. One other component with animal communication is that it is all done mindfully. That's a really good word for it. Reiki, if you're familiar at all with the process, human beings are so comforted by touch. So Reiki is when there are certain areas of the body where we just place our hands, releasing negative energy, allowing positive energy in, and it permits the body to heal. It allows a rebalancing, bringing you back to your natural state of wellness. Some animals also enjoy that sense of touch. Dogs, horses, donkeys, in my experience, even pigs, enjoy touch. And so they will often welcome that kind of healing, that healing touch. But many animals, especially shelter animals, animals in captivity, exotics, think of alligators and tigers, animals that you won't normally be able to touch, they respond very well to non-touch. It is meditation based. Now, that does not mean that you've got to like wave sage around and get into a deep space, but it does mean quieting your mind. Quieting your mind, allowing yourself to listen to what your animal wants to tell you. So myself and Winston, he's laying here at my feet now, myself and Winston have developed a form of communication that allows for he and I to understand each other even though he is deaf. Can't hear a whistle, can't hear his name, can't hear snapping. Anything that you would normally use to call a dog, he cannot hear. But he knows when to come to me. He understands. He gets my vibration. And real quick, I see somebody else watching, so don't hesitate to wave and say hi, because I love to communicate with people that are joining my videos. Okay, so we talked about touch and non-touch. Animals in shelters are stressed. So if we were to attempt to touch them, they would often either back away or become aggressive. You may have caught some videos and some pictures of some work I've been doing with pit bulls at the local Humane Society. The very first day I went to work with them, I didn't even attempt to go into their kennel to touch them. It was all done through meditation-based practice. So that kind of stress you reduce over time through meditation-based practice, and then they often allow you to touch them. What do we use animal communication and animal Reiki for? A couple of things. We can use it for behavior issues. We can use it for anxiety. We can use it for pain relief. We can use it for aging pets who are in transition, making their way to the Rainbow Bridge, which is a video for another time. Benefit so much from communicating with them and from letting them know that they are loved and cared for and safe. We also use it for pre and post veterinary visits. So even a dog who's just going to get their nails clipped, or often dogs who go to the groomer, so many, their hearts just race when they get to the groomer. There is a way to communicate with your animal pre and post veterinary visit that allows the experience to be so much more relaxing for them and less stressful. Oftentimes I'll do both, a companion session and the animal session together, because the animal frequently picks up on human stress. So if you're stressed about taking your dog into the car, driving to the vet, what's going to happen once they get to the vet? Do they have to get a shot? All of that can be alleviated through animal Reiki and animal communication. So if you're interested in this, I do sessions, I do training, I do companion Reiki and companion animal communication. I also train companions if you're interested in that. I work a lot with animal professionals and training those who have to work with animals on a daily basis. It doesn't matter whether it's a veterinary practice or a zoo or a shelter. I help understand what it's like to balance your own energy and help to shift the energy of the animals that you work with. I do one-to-one sessions, I do group sessions. So if you're interested either in a session or a training, whatever it might be, my Reiki practitioners and Reiki professionals, if you want to add animals to your practice, definitely let me know, because we've got a course in animal Reiki just for Reiki practitioners. So send me a private message or watch this space. I just wrapped up a training, which was supposed to be the last one for the year. I just wrapped it up. We train in person with animals. No online course is going to give you the experience that you get when you go to a sanctuary or rescue and work one-to-one with animals. So I just wrapped up this training at Paul's for Life. It was in St. Augustine, Florida, where we got together with, it's a beautiful 15-acre facility, horses, dogs, cats, chickens, ducks, pigs, and we got to work with them all. But we may be trying to squeeze one in before the end of the year because there's been that much interest. So if you are interested at all and you're interested in going to Florida when the weather starts to turn, just watch this space. I'll post more details or send me a private message, and we'll figure something out. My one-to-one clients really have my focus in November and December. So if you want one of those slots, let me know that too, because I still do have room for 1 or 2 more folks who might be interested for the rest of the year. Okay, so for now I'm going to sign off. Let me hang tight real quick. Okay, Winston has fallen sound asleep, so I'm not going to disturb him. We're just going to let him sit here at my feet. I was going to have him say goodbye. But for now, this is Elaine, the Animal Reiki Lady, saying goodbye and hoping that you and your animals have a blessed day. Love you much. Bye.